We are counting down to two massive games in the UEFA Europa League, the second tier of Europe's elite football competition. First, we had the UEFA Champions League last night, and now we know the two finalists. It's going to be an all-English affair. We have Manchester City taking on Chelsea. And today, maybe you could say we've got one English club with one leg in the final, and then we have the other who are not that far behind. Yes, they lost the first leg. Yes, they have to win today, but you can't put it past Arsenal to beat Villarreal. So later tonight we'll have Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium taking on Villarreal. They need to win by a goal. If they win, 1-0 will be their best thing. It will be the best way for them to advance, because if they win 3-2, for instance, then they will not be able to advance. And if they win 2-1, it will have to go to extra time and penalties. But for Manchester United, they will have to lose 4-0. That's the only way that Roma can knock them out. If Roma beats them 4-0, well, they will be able to go through. But if it is 4-1 or even 3-0, it is not going to be enough. So Manchester United find themselves in a very, very strong position. So we have an all-English final in the Champions League. Maybe we are going to have an all-English final in the Europa League. And honestly, Leicester City right now, their hearts will be skipping a bit, because we saw Chelsea get to the final of the UEFA Champions League last night, and now Arsenal are playing in the semi-final, and there is a situation where the team that finishes fourth in the English Premier League might not play in the Champions League next season. We'll tell you about it during the course of the show. The Madrid Open is on. I promise you in the morning that we'll be looking at that this evening, and I can tell you that some things have already happened. Ashley Barty, she's through to the final of the competition, so we'll be looking at this and other stories. And then what's going on in boxing? Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, the back and forth is still on. Good evening, welcome to Sports Fiesta. It is live on 92.7 KUFM Benin City. My name is Saliu Ibrahim, the economy sponsor Bracadabra. Also, the Sports Maestro is also here. Because just a couple of hours to two massive games in the Europa League. In Rome, we are going to have AS Roma versus Manchester United. Manchester United 6-2 up from the first leg. That match, if you watch the first half, that's why they say nobody wins at halftime, because it's a game of two halves. Manchester United trailing 2-1 in that first half, but in the second half they got 5 goals, and AS Roma just absolutely fell apart. Even though they had 2 former Manchester United players, Eric Mkhitaryan and Chris Smalling. And for Arsenal, they've got the more difficult task. They have to beat Villarreal today. Draw, any kind of draw will not be good enough, so they must win, and they have to win in decent fashion. If they can get the 2-0 victory that they got against Newcastle United, then they will be through to the final of the Europa League.
Well, it's going to be a tight one, especially for Arsenal, because they have a long rope to walk, and except they don't concede and they're able to score, that's the only way they can move into the final. But if they concede tonight, then the pressure will be on the Gunners. But all the same, they've done fantastically well during the group stages. I think they won all their matches and they were really in brilliant form. So still in that spirit, and still looking forward to finishing well as far as the Europa League is concerned. But playing against Villarreal, well, one could say Villarreal, they are one of the top 10 teams in Spain, but they are also a delight to watch. And looking at the caliber of players that they've got, you know, they've got fantastic players who could turn the game. Who is a dazzling winger, and he's a player to watch out for today, because Arsenal could be punished following his dazzling performances so far. He could lay on assists for his teammates to score, even if he doesn't get to be on the score sheet. And each time he gets opportunity, sometimes he gets to score. There was a goal he scored, was not their last game, that game, he rounded up the goalkeeper, and from a tight corner, he just, that these are the kind of goals that you expect Messi to score and all that. So Chukwueze finding, all we want from him is consistency, because that's what the coach said. He said he has got everything, but he needs to be clinical in his finishing. That's the problem he has got. So Arsenal, their defense line, they will be up and doing this night as far as Chukwueze is going to play. But for Mikel Arteta also, he has every right to see how he can take some lessons from the way Manchester City and Chelsea were able to progress into the Champions League final, and also find a way to build a solid defense and also a finishing, a quality finishing, because Aubameyang hasn't gotten himself, though he was on the score sheet against Newcastle.
Yeah, he scored against Newcastle. Yeah. And the manager of Emery, there is a subplot there, because Emery used to be the manager of Arsenal. Took them to the final of the Europa League, but they were beaten 4-1 by Chelsea. He says he's wary of the guy he calls the killer, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yeah. He managed him for many years at Arsenal, and he knows how good he is.
Yeah, Aubameyang is one to look out for, and also not just him alone. I'm scared of Bukayo Saka, because that young man is somebody who can cause problems in the defense, create assists, scores beautiful goals, and right now I think he's one of those to look out for. His work rates is something that you really have to commend him for, talking about Bukayo Saka. So it's 50-50 the way it is right now, but a goalless draw would be bad for Arsenal. So if Arsenal can get a 1-8,
I don't think this match will end in a goalless draw.
I don't know.
The two sides, the way they play, the quality they've had,
yeah, they're going to.
I don't think that is going to end up in a goalless draw.
It's possible.
Villarreal had chances to have been out of sight, but they didn't. So Arsenal came back into the game. I mean, if you watch that first half, you would think it's going to be like 4 or 5-0, but we saw that it ended 2-1, and Arsenal gave themselves a massive shot in the arm with the way they played. Despite going a man down, they were still able to get a goal, and eventually that Villarreal themselves were reduced to 10 men. So it's finally poised. We'll see what will happen in this second leg.
But for Manchester United, I think that's a done deal. They knew what they wanted. They took all the chances they got, scoring 5 goals in the second half. The Olympic Stadium in Rome. I think that was really breathtaking performance from United.
No, it wasn't at the Olympic Stadium in Rome. It was at Old Trafford that they played the first leg.
So they are at Old Trafford. They are playing tonight at the Olympic Stadium in Rome. Well, we've seen a case where Roma did very well. They had to turn the table and all that, but would they be able to do that? That's a big one. And right now, their manager is leaving at the end of the season, Paulo Fonseca, and knowing full well that somebody who knows how to turn things around for clubs will be taking over. Talking about Jose Mourinho, I'm sure they will just have to play for pride. If they know they cannot do anything to knock out Manchester United, they will have to play for pride and try to win. Edin Dzeko, who was one of the goal scorers in the first leg, well, he played for City, the rival of Manchester United, before moving to Roma, and he could also have a massive impact, on the team today. Lorenzo Pellegrini, as well as other players, I think all they need to do is to come with their A game and see how they can just play for pride, because I don't think United will allow them to score 4 goals without getting on the score sheet as well. So for me, I think it's a done deal, but Roma could win, but on aggregates and progression, that's a doubt. But for Arsenal, I'm sure with the way they've been playing since the Europa League started, if they put on that consistency, come on, this is their home ground, Emirates. I'm sure they can finish the job here.
All right, let's go to tennis now and talk about the Madrid Open. World number 1, Ashley Barty, she's through to the final of the competition after she beat the Spanish wildcard Paula Badosa to record her 16th consecutive win on clay. Barty, who's 25, she hit 30 winners on her way to a 6-4, 6-3 victory against Badosa. The Australian won the 2019 French Open title and did not play at the on the surface again because of an 11-month absence enforced by coronavirus. And last month, she won the Stuttgart Open. She will face Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova or Aryna Sabalenka in the Madrid final. Can we check if that match is on or has
yeah, 7:30, that's when the match will start. Aryna Sabalenka and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova.
Okay.
So whoever goes to win will face Ashley Barty. Where Ashley Barty is flying high, she's world number 1. She's still proving that, and now that she's in the final, I think think whoever gets to win between Arena and Anastasia will have to do more to beat the world number one, because the Australian is really on fire right now. So if she goes on to win the title, then there will no doubt about that. Talking about Ashley Barty.
Okay, for the men, Dominic Thiem is in the quarter-final. He defeated Alex de Minaur 7-6, 6-4. Christian Garin is also in the quarterfinal. He beat Dani Medvedev 6-4, 6-7, 6-1 to reach the quarterfinal.
Yeah, that was the shocking result for Christian Garin. I know that Medvedev is a really strong player, one of the top 5, but all the same, every time you don't get to win all the time. So for Christian Garin to be able to beat him and progress, that was really great. But for Dominic Thiem, yes, it's one of those to look out for when it comes to the young guys challenging the top guys as far as titles are concerned. But playing against Alex de Minaur, another player who is also growing up, still improving in his rankings and all that, I think that was massive for the Austrian to win the straight set. Then the Dominic Thiem, that was good for him. But for Aslan Karasev, well, he has been a revelation since he burst onto the scene, and he has been a fantastic player who has been able to beat some top dogs as far as the tennis is concerned. But earlier today, he was beaten in straight set by Alexander Bublik, and that's the beauty of sports. You could be in a flying mode, before you know it, his team who's struggling, just come and give you some kind of stress and all that. So good one that Bublik beats Aslan Karasev, who is unseeded. So the tournament is still going on, and right now John Isner is playing against Andrei Rublev. Isner won the first set 7-6. Rublev took the second 6-3, and the deciding set Rublev is leading 4-3. That's what's going on right now at the Madrid Open.
All right, so that is the situation. Okay, let's go to boxing now. Tyson Fury, the WBC World Heavyweight Champion, he's saying that he's going to expose Anthony Joshua as a fake in the ring because he's a businessman, and Tyson Fury, is a Spartan. If you've not, you don't know what a Spartan means, maybe you should watch the movie 300. Then you know exactly what would mean, the kind of lifestyle that the Spartans live from Greece, ancient Greece and everything, they live this when you hear somebody's living a Spartan existence, it means that he doesn't indulge in any extravagance. He eats only when he has to eat, and he exercises a lot. He is ready at any time for anything. A Spartan soldier is a killing machine. He's just somebody that is groomed to survive in any conditions. Take a look at the Marines today in the United States of America, in the U.S. Army, how they are trained, how they are groomed and everything. That's what Spartans were in the ancient days. So if Tyson Fury is calling himself a Spartan, he's telling you that he's programmed to kill. He's ready. But Anthony Joshua, he says Anthony Joshua is a businessman. Well, talk is cheap. When they get into the ring, we know that
things can be different. Getting too much.
Yeah, Tyson Fury, who's 32, he sat down with Anthony Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn for the No Passion, No Point podcast, and he detailed how he expects to beat Anthony Joshua, who is a fellow Briton. The pair, they are widely expected to fight this summer if their teams can finalize a deal that has long been in the making. Quoting Tyson Fury, he said, "I will cut Anthony Joshua down like a hot knife through cheese. That's how easy it's going to be." Well, when you saw the way he took care of Deontay Wilder, you might feel, okay, he can back up what he said, but Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua has also lost. I mean, he was knocked out by Andy Ruiz, but since then he's come back. He beat Ruiz to take his belts back, and then we saw what he did to Alexander Povetkin, and even Pulev. He fought Pulev also, and also knocked him out. So he says, he told Eddie Hearn, "Your boy, you built him up from scratch. You've done a fantastic job, by the way. You took an amateur boxer and made him into the finished article. It's a shame he has to be in the same era as the Gypsy King. When he gets cracked right in the jaw, it's like a boiled egg with a split down the middle. It can't be repaired. He will go. I'll even tell you what punch it is going to be. It will be a check left hook to the temple. His legs will go and he will fall on his face. He may get back up and I'll knock him out with a straight right.
Easier said than done. I know the GC King is good. Yeah, at what he does. He's good at what he does. But you are talking to someone who is holding 3 belts. And to get these 3 belts, he has fought so many boxers and he has been able to come out clean. So, no, this is how the big fights like what we're experiencing right now, this is how they have been promoted. When you have all this trash talking, the hype and all that surrounding the fight before the fight day. So I'm not surprised. We know how Fury, how it does his things when it comes to trash talking. But for Joshua, he should understand that Joshua is a different boxer.
Backed up his trash talking every time. And Joshua doesn't engage in much.
He doesn't talk much,
yeah. But he has also backed up whatever confidence he exudes in the ring. When Tyson Fury wasn't done, he went on to say, "I can't wait to get the big dozer in the ring and give him a good hiding to prove to the world what a fake he is. AJ couldn't lace my boots. He doesn't have the minerals to fight me. He's a great champion. The real difference is he's a businessman and I am a Spartan. We've all got a few quid. What does it matter? We are all bare bums in the shower at the end of the day. You can have all the money in the world. What can you take with you? Nothing. Everything on this world will stay here, but do you know what? They will be talking about me in 1,000 years' time. The Gypsy King from England." Okay, we're waiting for that fight. Dillian Whyte said things like this to Anthony Joshua. Many people who fought him have said the same thing, that he's a fake, he's all that, it's just about muscles and the razzmatazz and everything. He's not a proper boxer, does not have the skills and all that. But we saw how they reacted when he hit them, when Anthony Joshua landed punches on them. And Tyson Fury is talking like nobody can even touch him. But we saw when Deontay Wilder hit him in their first fight, he went down. Yeah. He went down twice.
So if Tyson Fury can go down twice to the canvas, from Deontay Wilder, what about Anthony Joshua? And Deontay Wilder, his style, fighting style, with milling and all, but not like Joshua, who targets, the head, the body, So for me, Joshua has all it takes to beat Fury and become the undisputed.
Okay, we'll go on this break. We'll be right back.
Oh yes, Nasco quality cornflakes are so full of nourishing goodness because they are whole-flaked cornflakes. Whole-flaked cornflakes are made by a natural flaking process that retains all the natural goodness of the whole corn for whole nutrition, whole taste, and whole crunchiness for the whole family. So next time you're eating cornflakes, make sure it's whole-flaked Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes, nourishing goodness anytime.
Rise up to the day's breakfast. Yummy. With Mama Doll's bread for bread. Yummy. We love this rich and buttery taste. Yummy. We love to have it with our bread. Yummy. Nutritious. Mama Doll's bread for bread. We like it. Mama Doll's bread for bread. Delicious. Mama Doll's bread for bread. We love it. Mama Doll's bread for bread.
New Mama Doll's bread for bread. It gives you the right nutrients and energy to be your best each new day. New Mama Doll's bread for bread. Deliciously nourishing for a bright start.
Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online presence and reach out to our growing audience at very affordable rates. Call 0703 109 4612 or 0806 530 5657 or 0802 232 7191 or visit our marketing office, top floor, Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. KUFM, your business growth partner.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta, live on 90.7 KFM at Benin City. Let's go to Formula One now. We hear that Red Bull have poached 5 Mercedes engineers for in-house engine facility. So that is a very bold move by Red Bull. So this situation is following the appointment of Mercedes engineer Ben Hodgkinson as the technical director of the project. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner, he said the recruits provide them with the strongest possible technical platform for the future. And I'm wondering why Mercedes will allow 5 of their engineers to depart. And the facility is going to give Red Bull the possibility to design their own power unit for the new rules that are expected to kick in 2025. The company are taking over the power unit of its current partner, Honda, when the Japanese company pulls out of Formula One at the end of this year. Then there is an engine development freeze being introduced from next season to prevent companies having to develop 2 engine designs at the same time. Then Horner said, quoting him, Red Bull's mission to bring all aspects of its Formula One operations in-house through Red Bull powertrains is an enormously exciting undertaking, but also an extremely demanding one. So that is what is going on. Other employees, including the new people that they are bringing in, Steve Blewett, who is their production director, Omid Mostagimi, who is the head of electronics and engine recovery systems. Then we've got Pip Code, head of mechanical design era, and Anton Mayer, who is the head of design for internal combustion engine. Then Steve Brody, he is the group leader, ICE operations. So that is what's going on. Red Bull director Toto Wolff, he says that he had expected that Red Bull will try to recruit some of their employees. Quoting him, this is just a battleground such as the one on track. You need to acknowledge that, and the last few weeks were certainly very much pulling on both sides of the rope, which I enjoyed. It's part of the competition. You need to take it as a sportsmanship. Really exciting and interesting, seeing that they are poaching each other's top guys. All right, guys, time for you to join us on the show. You can call us on 070-6263-9075 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. Hello.
Hello, Brian. Good evening.
Danjuma, welcome.
Good evening.
You're welcome, Danjuma.
God will bless you now for the answer. See, that you feel is just a make one. Maybe the other five said, they know say the power of Nigeria deal with atomization. You just beat an answer, and so are the sellers. Congratulations to Chelsea for winning Madrid yesterday. Though we know say Madrid, they don't win Champions League tire. I support Chelsea made us for go ahead of Madrid. So for the final, we will see what will happen for Chelsea and Man City. So we go do the rehearsal of the final for this weekend, so that the final will go do and proper later in the month. So congratulations to Chelsea. Now do well.
Thank you. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Very fine.
All right.
I appreciate God in your life, and I appreciate the effort of both of you.
Thank you.
And how you bring this thought to the heart of those that cannot speak. That's the best way I can explain it for you. The way you explain the Benzema tried to score today, it's like you have been to the school whereby they can be able to teach person without fight. I have to tell you the truth. Several times even when they're analyzing, you wait for your turn and give the discussion as if you know that there are visually impaired people, blind people that cannot be able to visualize what others are saying. And may the Almighty God going to increase you.
Amen.
And protect you and guide you jealously.
Amen.
So we are very grateful. We that listen to you. It's like that, I'm talking to you. This is Pastor Mike from Lagos. I'm a visually impaired man.
Oh.
So I love you so much. And I love your sport, whenever you handle it. God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you very much. God bless you too, sir. God bless you. We really appreciate our special callers. People like Danjuma from Auchi is also visually impaired, and people like this pastor that just called. We really appreciate it. And there are so many of them out there. You know, it's sometimes when you don't even know until they tell you.
Yeah,
you know, they just say, I'm actually visually impaired. I'm like, really? We appreciate all of you, Brother Mike, all of you that are out there who called on this show. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Is that KUFM?
Yeah, this is KUFM. This is Sports Fiesta on KUFM.
Yeah, I'm quite delighted the way Manchester United and Manchester City and Chelsea qualified for the Champions League final. I hope Arsenal and Man will be the same to be. And the Man are almost qualified also. But Arsenal, I feel for the Arsenal. But I wish them good luck all the same. I'm something from the bypass.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Ibrahim.
Good evening. Good evening, welcome.
Chelsea. First off, I want to say I'm super excited. I run out of superlative to truly describe how I'm feeling right now. I really want to say huge congratulations to Thomas Tuchel and the rest of the entire Chelsea squad. I mean, they made my ninth, and I mean, it was a really wonderful display of pure excellence, and I mean, they executed the tactical input that was given to them by Thomas Tuchel. N'Golo Kante, what can you say about N'Golo Kante? You will run out of superlative. I mean, some people say water covers 70% of the earth, and N'Golo Kante, I think that assumption is wrong. I think N'Golo Kante covers 70% of the earth, and water covers the remaining 30% of the earth. He made the trio of Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Casemiro look ordinary. Like, he exposed them, like, made them look they are past their prime. So many people was thinking about the midfield that they are going to play at class and Chelsea's midfield. And the likes of N'Golo Kante, Messi, and Timo, to be fair to Timo, I mean, he has been able to, he has a huge role that he plays in the Chelsea side. He might not be clinical, but you see his contribution, you see his effort. And yesterday he put in the work and made those runs that made the defense of Madrid look ordinary. And now after I mean, he's becoming, showing why Chelsea paid that amount of money to get him. I want to say that come on the 29th of May, Aspilicueta is going to lay hold on the Holy Grail. It has been written in the skies, and Chelsea are going to win the second Champions League to add to their collection of trophies so far after winning the FA Cup as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good, sir.
Yes, you are welcome. Good evening. Victoria?
Yeah.
Oh, Victory.
Yeah. I thought to congratulate Chelsea Foundation for the victory last night. Looking at the prediction, like I would say 85% of the prediction wants to be first, but I said it a long time ago that I'm really not sure the second couple of especially Real Madrid, because Real Madrid team is not the Madrid we saw like 3-4 seasons ago. This team can be beaten by anybody that really wants to beat them. So I'm very, very happy. We're in the final, our ladies in the final, FA Cup final. Our ladies, the other team doing it for rising the league this week. So I'm very, very happy that at least we're not, I would say we're not going to talk like this season. Then for Tyson Fury, she takes things easy. So I thought he to decide for him. They should get to the ring first. You should not forget that Joshua is a Nigeria guy. So Joshua will not just come there to just, play around or jump around. I feel the reason Reeves was able to defeat him was because he narrated Reeves, being that he was not that known like the opponent he was supposed to face. So, but we are going to bless him. So, beating Joshua will not be very easy. It won't be easy for him. But he has the whole of Nigeria behind him. So, I wish him Joshua good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dan Chelsea.
Yeah, Dan Chelsea. Good evening.
Dan, you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it's a good one for Chelsea yesterday. I think, as I said before, I tipped Chelsea to win the Champions League. And I say this one.
Hello. Okay, your number ends with 328. Please stop calling the text line. We don't answer calls on that line. Please call 070-6263-9275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also call 081-2178-9154. You can't call 080-7400-9076. You can only send a text message to that line. Because if you call it from now to tomorrow, we won't pick it. Okay, so no need wasting your time. Don't call it. So even if it's picked, it's not going to be put on air. So please don't call it. That's just for the texts. Please. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Please turn down the audio on the radio.
Good evening. This is Michael from Papa.
Okay.
I want to also join my voice in congratulating Chelsea. He said I support. And even though we don't win the Champions League, so I hope we win it. And my sympathy for Guardiola, but most of those people have been calling this, so they never gave him that opportunity to respect that he deserves. I know those who said he will not going to win it until 5 years time, he will not win the Champions League. So I want Chelsea to win the game. If the Guardiola is at this Guardiola should make, I will not be disappointed because I'm a supporter of the coach and I had to for Chelsea. So I want to take congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, it's Jose Mourinho.
Hey, great to have you, Jose. Welcome.
Greetings from Jerry. I am very happy and I'm also very sad. Yesterday, I watched as a spectator, not as a fan, because the two teams are my teams, like I said. I couldn't look at the eyes of Sergio Ramos when it was zoomed. The eyes of Cruz, the frustration in the eyes of Modric, Casemiro. I was very, very, very sad. It's the first time I felt like this for Madrid. You know, these are the guys that have helped me beat Barcelona a lot of times. The guys that have helped me beat Madrid, Bayern Munich a lot of times. So I was very sad. I didn't sleep very well, but also I was happy because you watch your two sons play football against each other. You don't want, any of them to lose. At some point, there must be a winner. I don't know. I feel for Sergio Ramos. You could see the age also telling on him. And congrats for the sake of the fans of Chelsea. Congrats. I never liked this Chelsea coach, but somehow, by now I'm beginning to like him. What can I say? Yes, Timo Werner is trying to step up the game because he's been frustrating. He's not been delivering like the guy we saw when he was in Germany. So, yes, happy for Chelsea, happy for Madrid. There will be some other day. So against Manchester City, I don't want to make any comments. Like, I'm not Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua. So, we'll see. I want the football to do the talking. Because from what I saw the Chelsea yesterday, they can beat anything. They were determined. You saw the defense line. You saw N'Golo Kante. The guy is the underrated player in the football right now. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that is very calm, no drama, zero drama on and off the pitch. He's one guy that I don't know where he's coming from. Maybe not of this planet. He's very calm. And yesterday he showed why he was able to help Leicester City win the league. So we are very happy. As for Anthony Joshua, for me, I'm a bit scared for him. I think he should not say anything. He should just go and work more and prepare and leave this be talking to the guys. So we'll see in the ring. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One of Tyson Fury's trainers, I think his uncle, was asked about Anthony Joshua, and he was talking that Anthony Joshua is good and everything. Then I said, but what deficiency does he have? What do you think he's not doing right? Said his movement, that he doesn't move quite like Tyson Fury, and he demonstrated it how Fury will move. Anthony Joshua doesn't move like that. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Sir Ibrahim.
Good evening.
This is Komoma, Mr. Komoma, aka Liverpool. Always Liverpool. Yes, I'm happy that the English team have done it today. I'm sure that there's something in England. But I'm not really surprised about Chelsea being in the final because from onset of this season, when you take a good look at Chelsea's squad, you will know that there's players there. Players that are hungry. Players that want to do so. There's money. We say money. Money is big there. Money is in Chelsea. Players bought with money. It's just that at the beginning, Lampard did not really know exactly. I would say Lampard was confused, or the team was really bigger than Lampard. When you take a good look at Chelsea with other English teams, you know that there's nothing in England is like Chelsea. So I congratulate them for doing us proud. After all, Real Madrid beat us 3-1 on aggregate. So Chelsea did it for us 3-1 on aggregate. So it's a revenge for brother. That's for that. But that is I don't know if it's back out of our own normal language. When you did go school, you read journalism, Abi?
Yeah, I read mass communication, yeah. I'm still studying mass communication at a PhD level, yeah.
Okay. But you this mass communication, anything like analysis inside?
No.
My brother, God bless your mama for us.
No, my papa now is supposed to the tango. Because
No.
My papa has got his sport. My dad now sportsman.
Okay. Congratulations to our father. Including us. I congratulate you, Dad.
He's been gone for 4 years. I lost him in 2017.
May his soul continue to live in good peace.
Amen.
Not only in peace, in good peace.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Apart from that, the way you do explain what they call sports, I mean football. Not only football, combat sport, wrestling, you bring out the rich truth. To make people to know that yes, this is it. This attitude, this is the rich truth. You make it that you make my belief is sweet housing. I wish say once I think they just say you will just anchor the program, then you will just analyze every day. I mean, please, I don't know what to do, but I'll say thank you. Please, if there's anything like promotion, don't go, I beg. Just talk and come outside. We will be new citizen. We will help you fight and not go for promotion. I beg. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Elvis from Yowo.
Okay, Elvis. Great to have you. Elvis, your team is playing in a couple of hours.
What?
Your team is playing in a couple of hours, but you could as well bring your academy players, and I'm sure you will still qualify.
I'm not going to take it easy, at least fortify the defense so that Roma don't score much. But in all, I think it's going to be odd because Roma, I think they want to prove a point that they can turn around the 4-goal deficit or something like that. But in all, Manchester United, we are going to the final this time because rather than possibly follow the beneficial for the final. This is breaking. And I have one question to ask.
Go on.
When was this Liga?
When was what?
When was both Liga sport? When was this approved? Because
can you please repeat? I'm struggling to hear you. Repeat the question.
Boxing.
Yeah, boxing. I got that.
When did Liga sport?
Egosa, did you hear him? Elvis, please repeat it. I'm struggling to hear you. You said boxing. What about boxing? Yes, I got the boxing part. What about it? I think that was the problem. The network was really poor, so we couldn't get. He was saying boxing, and I couldn't hear what else he was saying. Okay, Barcelona. Thank you. Barcelona just reminded me that I said I was going to say something about Leicester City not qualifying for the Champions League. Yes, but that would mean if they finish fourth, the way things are going. Okay, there's a situation where the team that finishes fourth in the English Premier League will not qualify for the Champions League, and it is because of what is happening right now. Manchester City are going to win the English Premier League. We know that. So if Manchester City wins the Champions League, it's not going to be a problem at all because they've already won the Premier League. So they qualify as winners of the Premier League by coming first. But if Chelsea wins the Champions League and Chelsea fail to make the top four, if Chelsea win the Champions League and Chelsea do not make the top four, let's say Chelsea finish fifth, for instance, let's say West Ham overtake them, or the team that finishes fourth, Leicester, the way they are going now, they are just 2 points ahead of Chelsea in third. So Chelsea could overtake them. Let's say something happens, Leicester, okay, let me not say Leicester because we may have Leicester fans. West Ham United, let's say West Ham United, who are currently fifth, right? If they finish fourth at the end of the day, then Chelsea do not finish in the top four. Chelsea finish
outside the top four.
Fifth. Then West Ham United finishes fourth. And Chelsea goes on to win the Champions League. Chelsea, because they won the Champions League, they must qualify automatically. So whoever is fourth will be praying that Chelsea should finish in the top 4. That Chelsea should make the top 4 so that even if they win the Champions League, it's not going to take their position. Then Arsenal if Arsenal make it to the final of the Champions League, I think it's fair to say Manchester United and Manchester City would make the English Premier League. Will make the Champions League based on their placement in the English Premier League right now. Manchester United, I don't think they'll finish anything less than second on the Premier League table. So if Arsenal wins the Europa League, for instance, Arsenal, even if Arsenal are 9th or 10th, even if they finish 11th, so long as they win the Europa League, they qualify automatically for the Champions League next season. So their own is not going to bother anybody that is top 4. But for Chelsea, if Chelsea goes on to win the Champions League and Chelsea fail to make the top 4, Chelsea will take the slot of the team that finishes 4th if
Arsenal qualifies by winning the
Europa League,
and Chelsea qualifies by winning the Champions League,
then Chelsea will take the position of the team that is 4th.
So if West Ham United, for instance, if they are 4th, then they will go down to 5th.
That is if Chelsea does not finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
But if Chelsea
finishes in top 4 and also wins the Champions League.
If Chelsea wins the Champions League, let's say Chelsea finishes in the top 4. Let's say Chelsea are 3rd. No, so long as Chelsea, because you cannot have 6 teams.
Yeah.
You cannot have 6 teams. Yeah, you cannot have 6 teams in the Champions League for next season. So if Chelsea finishes outside of the top 4 and they win the Champions League, then what's their name? Arsenal also win the Europa League. Arsenal will qualify, Chelsea will qualify, then that team that finishes 4th will lose that position, except if it is Chelsea that finishes 4th. So you now have the top 4 representing England, and then Arsenal that won the Europa League. Yeah,
they're taking the 50th spot. Right?
Yeah. So that's the situation. It's not going to be easy for. So even 4th might not be good enough.
Yeah.
That's how it is right now, because Arsenal have got a way through the Champions League, through the Europa League. So it will be better for whoever is finishing 4th for Manchester United to win the Europa League. If Manchester United wins the Europa League, then it's not going to create any problem because they have already booked their place using the Champions League. Yeah, so for Chelsea, if they finish 3rd or 4th, it's not going to be a problem too. And they go on to win the Champions League, it's not going to be a problem for anybody. But Chelsea, if Chelsea finishes outside of the top 4 and Chelsea wins the Champions League, then they will take the position of the team that finishes 4th. That's how it's going to be. Hello.
Hello, Akidan.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Yesterday, I asked people to join me in prayer, and that I want Chelsea, my children, they are both here, and they have actually got this now. I still have to join them. They are not defeated, though. I joined the prayer to win the Champions League. But back to my team, I pray seriously for Arsenal to wake up, so that they can go. I see you are not seeing Arsenal win Europa, and I pray for them that they should this night they should display that the way they never did with the giant team before, so that they can qualify for the final. And now you also may also take it the other way. So that there to be historical. When we look at history, let's have a pandemic period. Are you following me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. We are hoping that they will make history. It's nothing right. It doesn't very happy always.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time, and I said there was one time the two played in the final. So I just want before them to play it. And let them make history for us. God, thank you guys for what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
I wish I think.
All right, sir. Well done, sir.
Okay.
And for Chelsea, they've made history. They are the first club that will have both their men and the women team qualify for the final of the UEFA Champions League in the same season. So their women have already qualified for the final. They will be playing against Barcelona. And now Chelsea, the men have qualified. They will be playing against Manchester City in the final. And Chelsea also, that was in 2013, they became the first team to simultaneously hold both the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. You know, they won the Champions League in 2012, and then in 2013 they crashed out in the first round. They finished third, so they had to go and play the Europa League. Then they went on to win the Europa League. But because the Europa League final is played before the final of the Champions League, so technically at that point, Chelsea were still the holders of the Europa League, of the Champions League. So at that point, just I think 2 weeks before Bayern Munich beat Borussia Dortmund in the final, Chelsea were both holders of the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. No club has been able to do that before them or after. Okay, let's quickly look at the text messages now. This one says, "Good evening, KUFM. My name is STY from Benin. Oga Ibrahim, I greet you. Please help me to tell that man that says they will separate men from the boys that Chelsea have won. Help me tell him. Okay, let me tell him sorry. Okay. They brought Ramos, Hazard, Mendy, Roman Reigns, Undertaker. These people, Braun Strowman, who else? Oga Ibrahim, Oga Egosa, KU Bombers. Yet Chelsea shocked them. MCND. Guy, these people were. This one says, Oga Ibrahim, I promise you, Yellow Network 500 is up Chelsea. Tony G from RCC. Oh, Tony G, thank you very much. I appreciate it. 500 naira worth of Richard card. I'm going to call you. I'll save this number. I'll call you after the show. Thank you. I appreciate it. This one says, good evening. Okay. Let's see. They said the Champions League anthem is like blood tonic to Real Madrid. Shebi, it was beautiful Edo they played yesterday before the game started. This is 2012 on repeat up Chelsea. You understand what this guy has said? Like they said, when Real Madrid hears that UEFA Champions League anthem, it's like blood tonic for them, and they are ready to go out and destroy anything. So he was asking, was it beautiful Edo that was played yesterday? Was it not the Champions League anthem? So how come they were not inspired to go on to beat Chelsea? Congrats to EPL teams that made it to the final. Those of you that kept on singing "This is Madrid to us" before yesterday's match, that includes Mr. Ibrahim and Madrid don't come. I love how you guys also watched the rubbish they played. Chelsea caught them. Okay, they were looking. Chelsea didn't score more than the 2 goals. Man United were like, well, I said that Chelsea could have scored 6. And look, I don't know.
They had the chance to.
No. What he's saying is, some of us were saying, look, this is Real Madrid. But that is how analysis is done. You can't sweep the history of the club. You can't pretend not to see the threats that they possess. And you must also know that even when you do all your analysis, we say anything can happen. It is sport. It is football. So anything can happen. Anytime Kamaru Usman or Israel Adesanya steps into the ring, I have the confidence that they are going to win. But I will also have to tell you that, look, one error, one punch could change this whole thing. So please don't just think that, okay, because you said Chelsea played well in the first leg, then Chelsea will definitely crush Real Madrid. No, now any analyst that says that, I mean, you have to ask whether he really knows what he's talking about. Okay, so it's possible you could say one thing and another thing happens during the game. It doesn't make you a poor analyst. No, it doesn't. Seriously, because most times it happens like that. This one says, Chelsea beating the biggest Spanish sides in the Champions League, beat Atletico Madrid home and away, beat Sevilla 4-0 away, eliminated Barcelona, eliminated Madrid. It wasn't Chelsea that eliminated Barcelona, no. It wasn't. It was...
wasn't it Bayern?
No. Was it Bayern? It was Paris Saint-Germain. It was Paris Saint-Germain that eliminated Barcelona. Good PM to sportsmen. I am John Nanbur, texting from Jos. I just want to know that England have game today or not. Once again, up Chelsea, both FA Cup and UEFA Champions League for us. Whether England has game today, maybe if you mean English teams, if that's what you meant, the Manchester United and Arsenal are playing in the Europa League. Greetings, sports gurus. Congrats to Chelsea. All the best to all Premiership fans. Obed from Upper Mission. Okay. Still so many text messages. But oh my God, there are so many. Wow. So many of them. But I'm sorry, guys. We've got to go now to make way for the news. But I promise you, I will take these text messages in the morning when we come tomorrow. Okay? Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And for all of you that call, we appreciate it. The phone's still ringing, but we've got to go now. We'll see you tomorrow morning. But please stay tuned. KU News Break is up at 5 p.m. Bye-bye. My name is Ali Ibrahim. I've been doing this with Egosa Albeka. Bye-bye.
I switched to Mamador 100% pure cooking oil. Family meal times have been so rewarding. You see, Mamador 100% pure cooking oil is cholesterol-free and contains omega-6 and 9, proven to keep heart healthy. Not only that, it also makes my food taste delicious.
You sure know how to take care of my stomach.
And your heart, especially. Switch to Mamador and enjoy healthy and tasty meals. Mamador is tested and approved by the Nigerian Heart Foundation. Cook with Mamador. Your heart will thank you.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Beautiful advertisement. Thank you. But was he approved by APCON before exposure? APCON? APCON is the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, the federal government advertising regulatory authority that vets and approves all adverts before they are exposed on radio, TV, billboard, any medium. You mean it's the law? Yes, sir. APCON is backed up by the law to vet all adverts to ensure they are not in bad taste. And there's a big penalty for non-compliance. Call me our consultant now. Get your advertisements vetted and approved by APCON before exposure. Call 0909 144 2787 0811 562 4892 or visit www.apcon.gov.ng today for details on APCON offices nationwide.
Since I switched to Mamador 100% pure cooking oil, family meal times have been so rewarding. You see, Mamador 100% pure cooking oil is cholesterol-free and contains omega-6 and 9, proven to keep heart healthy. Not only that, it also makes my food taste delicious.
You sure know how to take care of my stomach.
And your heart, especially. Switch to Mamador and enjoy healthy and tasty meals. Mamador is tested and approved by the Nigerian Heart Foundation. Cook with Mamador. Your heart will thank you.
Yes, I won it. Oh my gosh. Guy, since I joined BigBet, I've been cashing out steadily. You don't mean it. Look at you. Let me tell you, they offer bigger odds, 315% accumulator bonus, got one bonus, and you can even cash out anytime, whether in the shops or online. They also have the best virtual games and jackpots. You see, they even pay winnings instantly. Guy, choose bigger rewards. Visit www.biggiebet.com to claim your 120% welcome bonus now. BigGiebet, bigger reward, big.
We have said it before.
We will still say it again.
Beware of human traffickers and smugglers who encourage irregular migration.
Beware of offers of jobs in Europe.
Beware of stories of getting rich quick once in Europe.
Beware of stories of opportunities to become international model, football star, actor, actress, or singer in Europe.
Note, there is no easy way to making it big except crime.
And if you are caught, you will go in for it.
Europe is no Eldorado.
Nobody picks money on the street. If you must travel,
do it the right way.
Say no to desert travel.
Say no to crossing the sea to Europe.
Don't be deceived.
Many have died in the desert, sea, or even prison.
Say no to human trafficking. Say no to irregular migration.
This message is brought to you by the Italian Agency for Development Corporation, Action Aid, Vides, and Salesians of Don Bosco, Nigeria.
up every day, feeling so down with motivation. Turn on my excitement. 92.7, everybody knows KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. 92.7 is my radio. Start up my day with a KU breakfast. Sure. Move to the KU midday. So Radio Tori, hey, Sports Fiesta.
92.7 KUFM.
92.7 KUFM News. Concise, precise, balanced, unbiased.
We are live from Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM Newsbreak.
Good evening and welcome to Newsbreak on K92.7 FM, Benin City. First, the headlines. ETSMA signs MOU with Neuropsychiatric Hospital for driver applying one way. EFCC arrests human organs trafficker in Port Harcourt. CBN extends Naira for dollar scheme deadline indefinitely. On entertainment, Twitter launches emoji for Davido's Ichoke slang. Details of this and more after this break. I'm Benjamin Kadiri. Now the news in detail. The managing director of the Edo State Traffic Control and Management Agency, ETSMA, Dennis Oloriegbe, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the medical director of the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Benin, on one-way traffic offense in Benin Metropolis. Memorandum stipulates that whoever is caught violating the one-way traffic rule will be referred to the psychiatric hospital for mental evaluation. Dennis Oloriegbe said when apprehended, drivers will pay all the medical expenses incurred during the course of treatment at the Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Luselu. He said this new development will reduce the habit of drivers plying one way in Benin Metropolis. President Muhammadu Buhari has called on Nigerians to participate in the ongoing synchronization of National Identification Number, NIN, with SIM cards across the country, as it will provide a digital framework for improving security and strengthening the economy. The president said this at the launch of the National Policy for Promotion of Indigenous Content in Nigerian Telecom Sector and revised National Identity Policy for SIM cards registration in Abuja. He said NIN will cover one of the weaknesses in the country's security structure. President Buhari noted that proper identification of all Nigerians and legal residents in the country and the ability to conveniently access a database will provide a motivation for more effective planning and security oversight. According to him, the first national SIM policy was launched in February 2020, and the revised policies were in full alignment with the objectives of the administration in the areas of economic development, security, and anti-corruption. Operatives of the Port Harcourt Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have arrested the leader of a group selling and buying human organs for trafficking to foreigners. The group leader, Ukaiji John Emeka, was arrested on April 16, 2021 at Rumukbarali, Uzoba, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, based on established intelligence on his suspicious, fraudulent internet dealings. Primarily, investigations by the EFCC showed that the suspect is leading a group of fraudsters, falsely presenting themselves as medical doctors with a human organ bank, particularly kidneys for sale and purchase. A statement by the EFCC spokesman, Wilson Uwujare, said victims of the group include people with renal disease and even healthy people desirous of selling their organs in Nigeria, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, and the United Arab Emirates. The police command in Ondo State has urged Nigerians to support security agencies in fighting the rising incidents of banditry and insecurity in the country. The command spokesman, ASP T. Leo Ikoro, said security in the country. The command spokesman, ASP T. Leo Ikoro, said security in the country was the responsibility of all and shouldn't be left to security agencies alone. He said residents must give necessary information to the police and other security agencies for them to act on. ASP T. Leo Ikoro said the police and other security agencies in the state had been partnering to ensure the security of lives and properties of residents and visitors. He also urged Nigerians to be vigilant and security conscious at all times in order to avoid being targets of criminals. The service chiefs have honored the invite of the Senate to brief the lawmakers on the security situation in the country. Present at the meeting as is the Acting Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Air Force, amongst other heads of security agencies. At the commencement of the meeting, Senate President Ahmad Lawan commended the members of the armed forces for safeguarding the country and giving their lives in the process. He said the parliament takes the security situation in the country seriously and admitted that the armed forces have not achieved its best in fighting insecurity, which, according to him, is largely because of inadequate resources. The Senate President added that the National Assembly will look for ways to better fund the military to equip them with adequate resources. Gunmen on Wednesday night kidnapped an unknown number of students of Abia State University, Uturu. It was also gathered that the hoodlums whisked the students into the forest shortly after they ambushed them while journeying on a bus along Okigwe Uturu Road. The Commissioner for Information in the state, John Kalu, confirmed the developments in a statement on Thursday, saying that 2 of the students escaped from the clutches of the hoodlums, while others were still being held hostage by the criminals. The Central Bank of Nigeria has extended its Naira for Dollar scheme earlier scheduled to end on May 8, 2021 indefinitely. It disclosed this in a circular to all deposit money banks, international money transfer operators, and the general public on Thursday. The circular, which was signed by A.S. Jibrin for the Director, Trade and Exchange Department. In March, as part of its reforms to boost the inflow of foreign currency in the country, the CBN introduced an incentive of 5 Naira for every $1 to funds remitted to Nigeria through international money transfer organizations in its forex policy. Coming up in a moment on entertainment news, Twitter launches emoji for Davido's e-choke slang. Stay tuned.
Split seconds. There is a lot happening around us, but we can't be everywhere all the time. We've got work, families, and chores to cater to, and most importantly, time to rest. And that's why having reliable partner like KUFM News is important. Sleeping? We don't. We work round the clock, bringing you stories as they break from Nigeria and across the world. We would stop at nothing to keep you informed, because KUFM News is all about you and stories that affect you. Politics, business, human interests, sports, entertainment, just name it. We've got you covered. KUFM News. Timely, precise, spot on.
It's still on to Newsbreak on KU 92.7 FM, Benin City. Over now to entertainment news. Popular micro-blogging platform Twitter has officially endorsed DMW boss Davido's e-choke slang with the introduction of an emoji. 30BG boss Davido is not only known for dropping steady hits and bangers, but has proven time and time again to be a trendsetter and major social media influencer. Sometime in 2020, the steady hitmaker had introduced e-choke, which eventually became accepted not just locally but internationally among celebrities, his fans, and social media users in general. The slang is used when you desire some to feel or show intense shock, surprise, or wonder. When you tweet something using the hashtag e-choke, a portrait of Davido holding his neck will appear, giving your tweets a little extra flair. The very much elated e-choke crooner himself took to his Twitter page to flaunt the newly introduced emoji in his honor. Nigerian superstar Paul Okoye, aka Rude Boy, has received gold plaque from YouTube for hitting 1 million subscribers. The music star Rude Boy, who could not hide his joy, took to his Instagram handle at @IamKingRudy in a video clip to announce the great feat to his supportive fans with words of appreciation to them. In his caption, Rude Boy thanked YouTube and also revealed that he got 100 million views on a single track. The renowned singer appreciated his supportive fans, who he said, with their help, made it possible for him to reach the 1 million mark on YouTube. The singer in the video clip showed off the gold plaque sent to him from the headquarters, where he also acknowledged the fact that his fans had earlier earned him a silver YouTube plaque. He also made reference to the silver plaque behind him, which he got when he surpassed 100,000 subscribers. Rude Boy is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, dancer, and performer who split up from the famous P-Square group. In 2019, the music star established his own record label known as Fire Department Incorporated, FDI. He announced the record label via his Instagram. And that's the news. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. EDSMA signs MOU with Neuropsychiatric Hospital for driver applying one way. EFCC arrests human organs trafficker in Port Harcourt. CBN extends Naira for dollar scheme deadline indefinitely. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting our website at kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. We're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM Newsbreak was produced by Blessing Asekume. Benjamin Kadiri saying thanks for listening. Good evening.
KUFM.